What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. We all know the disruption that After caused in the genre of teenage drama movies, turning $14 million into $70 million, having a book readership counted in millions, and finally a movie that has made fans go mad over it. All of these are great achievements, and that's exactly why today we're going to prepare you for the second installment of The After Movie by looking at the things to know before After we collided. Let's jump right in. First things first, we have to talk about the release date.
And that I have lost her. This is our story, Tessa's and mine.
Well, of course, the first thing we want to know before we even begin talking about what's going to happen in the movie is tell you when you can watch it. The official release date of After We Collided has been set to hit the big screens on September 2nd, 2020. The date has been postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic that's been ravaging the world. And let's hope that in a month, the pandemic will have subsided so we can watch the movie. Speaking of which, where can you watch it?
We're like an addiction to each other with equal parts pleasure and pain.
From what we already know, this is not going to be like your typical Netflix movie. The movie is said to hit the theaters first, that is, if the bans on social gatherings are lifted. Next, online platforms are going to buy the rights to the movie so fans can stream it on their favorite platforms. Although Netflix hasn't said anything about streaming After We Collided on their platform, it's not out of the question yet. But if you want to watch it the very day it's released, you're going to have to hit the theaters and quick. It's going to be based on the second book of the series.
Hardin, you have two options here. Either you fuck me or you leave. You decide for me.
This little information is for all of you who think waiting a month is agonizing pain. If you can't wait for the actual movie, you can see a preview of what's about to happen in After We Collided by reading the second book of the series written by Anna Todd. She said that the storyline will follow the narrative of her second book, so if you're looking for spoilers, you know where to turn. And you've got about a month to read the entire thing before the movie's out, so take your time. The movie will no longer be PG-13. It will be rated R. When most of your fans get irritated by the fact that the movie uses no curse words when it actually needs them, you better listen. And that's exactly what the author of this story did. Anna Todd listened carefully to the complaints, suggestions, and praise by her fans, and she wanted to heed their wishes. One of her fans said that the movie would be 10 times better if it was not PG-13. So now you can rest assured that After We Collided is not going to have any more of those awkward cursing scenes. In a Twitter post, she said, "Smash that like button if you haven't done so already." But seriously now, she actually said, "And yes, it will be rated R. It's my new contract. That means everything goes when it comes to curse words." Now let's talk about the plot.
You're never gonna trust me.
Trust you? Where has that ever gotten me?
With all of this stuff out of the way, now it's time to talk about some of the leaked information about the movie and what it's going to be all about. Without further ado, let's get right into the heart of the matter. 1. There's going to be trouble. We were kind of expecting this one. I mean, it wouldn't be Tessa and Hardin if they got along, now would it? Even the trailer says it in the first couple of seconds of the video. We're like an addiction to each other, with equal parts pleasure and pain. What does this mean? This means that it's going to be the same old Tessa and Hardin stuff we know and love. There's going to be passion, breakups, apologies, and second chances. Both of them will want to taste the forbidden fruit, and both of them are going to end up hurt. But let's get more specific. 2. Hardin will probably cheat on Tessa with Molly.
Oh my god, Steph, where'd you find this girl?
No one's talking to you. Oh.
We hope that's specific enough for you. Not that we're really into it, but yeah, Hardin is probably going to break Tessa's heart by making out or even sleeping with Molly. Even in the first movie, Molly, was the viper in the nest. She took every shot she could in order to break Tessa and Hardin apart. If you remember well, she was the one that told Tessa about the video. And knowing that Hardin has had a thing with her in the past, that could mean that all of those sparks could ignite the dormant fire that lied beneath. Hardin is a bad boy, and he's going to take every shot he gets to score with a girl, regardless of who he loves. Speaking of the one he loves. 3. Tessa's going to fall for Trevor.
Excuse me, for
When she feels betrayed by Hardin, she's probably going to break it off with him. After all, she felt like she's only getting hurt by the person she loves the most. Not being able to take it anymore, Tessa is going to find another way to pleasure. Enter Trevor Matthews. When she's feeling vulnerable and down about her breakup, she's going to immerse herself into work. She applied for a job at Vance Publishing, remember? Well, at her fateful first day at work, she's going to meet the guy that's going to be the one to steal her from Hardin, even though she yelled and cursed at him when they first met for not holding the elevator door for her. The cast.
Hardin Scott? I didn't peg you as a bad boy type.
Now it's time to look at who's going to be appearing in the movie. Despite the obvious, who else have they decided to introduce on the show? Hardin's mother is showing up, Louise Lombard.
Hardin's your son.
But he is not without his challenges.
First of all, we had to talk about that one short moment in the trailer where Tessa is talking to a strange lady and says to her, "But that's your son." This led us to believe that we are finally going to meet the woman that gave birth to Hardin, Trish Daniels. Eager to find who this actress was, we immediately did a little research, and we found that the woman that's going to play his mother is none other than Louise Lombard. You know, the actress famous for playing Evangeline Elliott in The House of Elliot, and she also portrayed Sophia Curtis in CSI, Crime Scene Investigation.
Not as sorry as I am.
So does his father. So, Hardin's biological father is going to be played by Charlie Weber, if you didn't get the memo already. Whenever Ken would go on a business trip, Trish and Chris would have an affair. A little while down the road, she became pregnant. She told her husband that the baby was his and that there was nothing to worry about. But she knew that Christian Vance is Hardin's biological father, and even though Trish faked the DNA results just so she could save her marriage, Christian, played by Charlie Weber, knew that the date of their affair closely correlated to the date of birth of Hardin. To make things even more interesting, he has opened a publishing company. It's called Vance Publishing, and that's where Tessa works. Are you screaming? Because we are.
You work here?
Surprise.
Peter Gallagher is going to be replaced by Rob Estes.
Thanks for coming. I'm happy you decided to join us.
And since we're on the subject of Ken Scott, we wanted to tell you about the little change of plans. As you all know, Peter Gallagher actually played Ken Scott in the movie After. In the sequel, the role of Ken Scott is going to be handed over to Rob Estes. And if you don't remember who he is, Rob played a huge role in the teen drama 90210, portraying Harry Wilson as well as Sergeant Chris Lorenzo on Silk Stockings.
What are you doing here?
I think that we could ask you that very same question.
But we won't.
We can't wait to see what he does with the role of Ken in this movie. Candice King will be playing Kimberly.
Hey guys, Candice King here. I'm so excited to announce that I will be playing Kimberly in After We Collided.
But do you know who Kimberly actually is? She's Tessa's boss at Vance Publishing. If you remember the trailer, then you surely know when she walked towards Tessa when she was screaming at Trevor for the elevator door. She said, "Tessa, welcome to Vance Publishing." Okay, you got that. But what you might not have known is that she is the wife of Chris Vance, Hardin's biological father, which would make her Hardin's stepmom. Now, deal with that. Dylan Sprouse was cast as well. There's a video on his Instagram profile.
You just called me an asswife.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I guess I just imagined it.
This is the newest addition to the movie, and one we can't wait to see. We know he's going to get on Hardin's nerves for smooth-talking Tessa into going out with him. And rest assured, there are going to be some fists involved in the negotiating process. Dylan even announced he will be starring in the movie in a video on his Instagram account. And even though he took a 6 to 7 year break from the acting, we know how good he is from shows like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, The Sweet Life on Deck, Wizards of Waverly Place, and many others.
Tessa, open the door! Is that Hardin Scott?
And on that note, we end this video. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.